Hello! Welcome to another video. Today I'm going to respond to a question someone posted in a previous video of mine. Hi Justin, it's always hella difficult for me to have a good conversation with people who are older than me. I am 19. So what? Okay, 19 is fine. What should I talk to around 40-year-old men and not being awkward or inferior? Okay, first of all, get rid of the word awkward. Get rid of the word inferior. I cannot tell you how many times I talk to kids or people who are just socially retarded that use that word awkward all the time. This is so awkward. Oh my god, this is awkward. This is awkward. Everything to them is awkward because they have no reference experience in their lives. So of course they use that word all the time, and you would not believe how many times I hear it from just people who just don't talk to people, who are very antisocial, no reference experience whatsoever. Get rid of that word inferior. I've never used that word inferior in my whole life, not even to describe a product, okay? So don't describe a human being, another person, as inferior or superior or supreme or alpha or beta. To me, those words don't exist, okay? Because at the end of the day, we all balance out. We all have our strengths, we all have our weaknesses. You look at the old guy, you think he's superior because he has all that money. If you look from his perspective, he looks at the young person as the person who's superior because the person who's younger has more youth, has more energy in his life, and has more freedom. So the grass is greener, always. You look at celebrities, you admire their lifestyles and what they're doing, but if you really get to know that person, they're just like you, and they have a lot of baggage in their lives, they have a lot of stress, and all of that comes with a price. I respect Elon Musk. Do I worship him? No. Do I think he's superior than me and I'm inferior? No. To me, Elon is just a regular, nerdy guy. And he's in the spotlight all the time. And when you see him talk at these press conferences, he's very nervous and he's stuttering. He looks like a little boy that just took a break from his science project or classroom and had to give a speech to represent his team, what they were up to. Oh, look at how much money he has. Oh, look how many achievements he has under his belt. Look, oh wow, look at... At the end of the day, he is just a human being, just like you. He suffers, he struggles, he has mistakes, he has flaws, he has weaknesses, he has regrets, he's got a lot of stress, but you just don't see that, okay? You just focus on the good side. I have a lot of stress. You want to see the stress? You can't see it because I'm smiling, I'm laughing. That's how I deal with just very negative and really the tough side of life. I really recommend anybody who can smile a lot. It's easy. It's free. You can do it all you want. It doesn't cost you a thing. Only you can control your smile and laughter. So just laugh and smile. Now let's get to the point of this video. Okay, you want to have a conversation with people. I get it. I know that maybe you are a younger generation. Maybe you are the smartphone generation. Maybe you are the clique generation. Maybe you are the generation that grew up thinking that you should not talk to strangers. Your parents taught you that. My parents taught me that. But I never listened to them. I just talked to anybody when I was a kid. Way back, I was a little kid. I would talk to anybody. I would say, hi, excuse me. Little kid, 6-year-old Justin would walk up to anybody. I had no fear. And I see people around me, not just young kids, but just people are glued to their smartphones. They're walking around like zombies. Wherever I go, their head is down and they're buried in that little world of theirs, okay? And, here's what I have to say first. First step is to get rid of your smartphone. If you are living in a city that you grew up or you've been living for several years, you don't really need a smartphone all the time, do you? You don't need to carry it around outside of your house, do you? I mean, if I was traveling, if I was in a new country, then yes, I would probably bring my smartphone for translating or for direction purposes. After a few days of settling in, I would not take my smartphone everywhere around me, because here's the thing. Once you bring your smartphone out in the public and you walk around with it, you depend on it all the time. Okay? You look towards that smartphone for answers, whereas the people around you could answer your question easily. If you want to know where to get to McDonald's, you would probably use your smartphone to do it in a new country. But if you just didn't bring your smartphone outside and you just asked the people around you, excuse me, do you know where the McDonald's is in this town? They would give you an answer whether they knew it or not. A lot of people don't do this anymore. But I do, still to this day. Even in my own city, Vancouver, I don't know all the answers. And I don't bring my smartphone out with me anymore. And I just ask people around me, do you know where I can get to this place? I'm not familiar with this area. So first thing you need to do is get rid of your smartphone. Same with MP3 players or Walkmans. Remember like when we had Walkmans back in the day, we had cassette players, and that was me. Like I had a Walkman and I put my earphones on. And you know what I noticed? When I had the earphones on and I had the Walkman playing, blasting the music, people can see me listening to my music. People wouldn't bother me. They knew that if I was wearing the headphones, the Walkman and all that, that meant don't talk to me, leave me alone. You notice that subconsciously when you see people with earphones on and they're listening to music out in public, it gives you a signal that that person does not want to be disturbed. That person does not want to be bothered. Get rid of your earphones. Don't listen to music in public. Okay? I know this is hard. I know you probably are saying, oh, I commute to work all the time and I have nothing to do. You can talk to the people around you. You can talk to the people on the bus. You can talk to people on the train. You can talk to people on the sidewalk. You probably bump into these people all the time, but you don't do anything. You just listen to your music in your earphones, or you're just buried in your smartphone all the time. Please do not bring your smartphone out in public and use it. If you have to bring your smartphone out in public, then bury it in your backpack, but don't take it out and fling it out like this and put it in your face. That's rude, and that gives off the signal that nobody should bother you. Look, if I'm doing this in a YouTube video, how does that make you feel? It makes you very uncomfortable, right? It feels like you don't feel welcome. Like this, like I'm giving you the signal that I don't care about you. Do not bother me. This is my wall. This is my protective wall, my smartphone. Same with the music. I love music. I am a musician. I am a recording artist. Do I listen to music when I'm out on the street? No! What I would say is, if you love music, listen to music at home when you can have time to focus just on the music. Second of all, you want to know how to talk to people? First of all, you got to warm up, okay? This is what I recommend. Start talking to your neighbors first. If you live in a condo like me, you're surrounded by neighbors, okay? How do I talk to my neighbors? When we're in the elevator. An elevator ride is like 5 to 10, maybe 20 seconds long. We can have like micro conversations with my neighbors all the time. And we don't have to like stand in the elevator, like being quiet and like not talking to each other as the elevator goes up or down. That is stupid in my opinion. Who said that there was a rule saying you cannot talk in the elevator, especially your own condo? So whenever I'm in an elevator in my condo or in another building, I have talked to anybody. I just say what's on my mind and what's present. And usually the question or whatever I say is the focus is on that person. If you're thinking about yourself, that's probably why you're running out of things to say. Focus on what other people want to say or would want to talk about. I see like my neighbors, they come into the elevator and they have tons of garbage. What would you say to them? Come on, really, what would you say? Would you say, oh my God, you stink? No, wrong answer. I would say something like, oh, were you cooking? What were you cooking today? I bet you were cooking something. You know what? They open up. Oh my God, yeah, I was cooking for my family. They came over to visit. Blah, 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 blah. My wife's such a great cook. They wouldn't stop talking. I'd be like, oh, let's continue this conversation. This is my stop. So there you go. Start talking to your neighbors whether it's in the elevator or it's, if you live in a house, just, when they're out in the lawn or something, playing with their kids or walking their dogs, say hello. This is what I do. Look at this, what I'm doing right now. This is the universal nonverbal greeting that everybody understands. This says, I have no weapons, my friend. I am welcoming you with a smile and a hand and a nice handsome face. I do this to everybody, whether you speak English or not, and they open up to this. They don't open up to this. No, they don't open up to this. They don't open up to this. No, they open up to this. This is defenseless, okay? This is, unintimidating right here. Whoever I walk up to and I want to say something, I do this first. Hi. Smile. Don't say, excuse me. Okay? Open up your face. Open up your hand. It's very simple, but people will open up to this versus, excuse me. No, people will be defensive. This throws them off guard. Like, this puts their guard down. If you're still struggling, don't worry. It takes time to kick the habit. You've developed this smartphone habit. You've developed this no talking habit to strangers for such a long time. You will go through some growing pains. You will struggle in the beginning. I understand. It's very hard to break through your shell. You would not believe how hard it is for shy people to open up. Focus on them, okay? Observe your surroundings. Be in the present. Be in the now. Look around you. What do you observe? What is that person wearing? What is that person carrying? What animal? What dog is that person walking? There is a story behind everything. You just have to ask the right question and they will open up like a flower. Make other people open up to you. Flip the table. People with dogs do this all the time. They walk their cute dog and people just flock to them. Oh my God, your dog is so cute. Tell me all about your dog. Like people flock to them, whether they like it or not. It's a peacocking, walking a dog. Wear an interesting shirt, a funny shirt, make a shirt or carry something that makes people would like burn inside and say, I gotta ask that person, why is that person wearing that? Why is that person carrying that thing around? Why is that person walking that kind of, that animal? Make people curious about you. These are real down-to-earth tips that I can give you when it comes to talking to anybody. And I hope it helps. And please, if you have any tips of your own, leave them down below, comment down below, subscribe to this channel, and like this video. I appreciate it very much. And I will talk to you next time, okay? That's it for now. Love you. Bye-bye! Yeah!